Every
I am
time a bell
resident.
rings, an angel gets his wings.
Yeah, we were talking about something, before.
I am resident of Culver for YouTube. There's never been any sanity on this podcast. We are here to talk. You only live twice. We're continuing our James Bond marathon movie review. I am joined by, as always, my buddy Patrick McCray, and my buddy Alan Gallant, my buddy Daniel Culver. So, guys, you only live twice. 1967. This came out June 1967 in London. June 13th, 1967 in the United Kingdom and United States. Its budget was 9.5 million. Its box office, holy shit, 111.6 million.
Over $100 million. Yeah.
Yes, my God. So directed by Lewis Gilbert.
Yeah.
Screenplay by Ronald Dahlia.
Roald Dahl.
Roald Dahl, the guy
Okay.
that wrote James and the Giant Peach.
And then he also wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory too, right?
That's correct.
And Tales of the Unexpected.
Nice. Additional story material by Harold Jack Blue. Okay.
That's all the misogyny and racism. Probably he said we've got to have some. It's fun.
Cinematographer, Freddie Young. Music is by John Barry, of course. So, guys, okay, who here read the book? You Only Live Twice. I did not. Okay, Patrick. So, let's get to that first. What are the differences between the book and the movie, if any?
I could say something terrible, and I won't, because the movie's good. I was about to say, well, the book's good, the movie's not. But the movie's good. The movie is kind of embarrassing. I mean, it's this great, big, ninja stuffed, bloated, weird thing.
I am guilty of applying too much presentism to it sometimes. I think is what's going on.
You are, or I am.
I am.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. But I know where you're going with that. It's very silly. The premise of it, everything is just goofy, but that doesn't make it bad.
No, it fun.
Makes it wonderful. It's a delight. And it is essentially a pre-make of Spy Love Me and Moonraker, which are all directed by Lewis Gilbert. Like when you have one specific type of story you want to tell,
get Lewis Gilbert.
Lewis is your man. Yeah. So God bless him too. He's a very soft-spoken man when you see interviews with him. Anyway, the book is fantastic. The book's unbelievable, and I hope people are okay with me briefly monologuing about the book. So the book is the last James Bond novel that Ian Fleming finished, and it ends on a very terminal note. So even though he was preparing notes on Man with the Golden Gun, it's in a way I wish the family had just pretended that didn't exist, because the book ends James Bond and in a proper way. So in the book, it follows on Her Majesty's Secret Service. Bond's wife Tracy is dead. Bond is severely depressed. He can get nothing done. And M is legitimately worried about him. And so M thinks, well, I've got a diplomatic job in Japan with Tiger Tanaka that I think Bond may be the right guy for. It's unsolvable. It's a sphinx without a riddle, but it'll at least give him some mental chewing gum to play with and maybe get him out of his rut. So I sends him to Japan. The problem is that there's an island run by a mysterious Dr. Shatterhand.
Mm-hmm.
And the island is one where people can go commit suicide. It's one of those places in Japan. And of course, the Japanese government is sort of fine with this, but people are really going a little too, they're taking advantage of it a bit too much. Mm-hmm. It is filled with every deadly animal, plant on the planet. It is a teeming zoo of death, so much so that it has a weather balloon to warn people, and this is on the cover of the book, that has a skull painted on it. And no one can really figure out what's going on there. So Bond goes, and Bond has to go to the fishing village and marry an island girl, and he sort of disguises himself, but not that much. I mean, come on.
Right.
And because he has to be a pearl diver, and that's how he gets to the island. So he gets to the island, and of course it's Blofeld. Who's running it is where Blofeld and Irma Bunt are both there. And I believe it goes like this. I think he beats Irma Bunt to death with an oar, and then he strangles Blofeld just with his two hands. He just crushes the life out of him. He's so furious with him. And he's at one point, the anal penetration of the week is Bond sitting over a geyser that's about to go off in like a special chair, and it's going to go right up the wazoo. So Bond escapes from that and, of course, screws down whatever valve Blofeld has put over the geyser, which naturally makes the island explode.
Right.
Bond escapes brilliantly on the Death's Head balloon that he cuts out, sailing above this explosion. But the shockwave hits the balloon, and it knocks Bond into the water, and he hits it like concrete. And his wife saves him and takes him back. Manages to, she's a strong enough swimmer that she's able to get him back to their village, where Bond has no memory. The shockwave has taken his memory, much like a coconut falling on Gilligan's head would take his, requiring, as science tells us, another blow by a similarly sized coconut to restore it. But Bond doesn't have that benefit. In fact, to keep memories from being triggered, she cuts out articles that have anything to do with England. She cuts out those articles that have anything to do with England. Damn it. Can you see me? Or did I go?
Yes.
Okay, good.
No, you're here.
Somebody tried to ring through. So cuts out these articles. And so he has nothing to trigger a thought of England until she forgets one. And he looks at it, and he very slowly begins to recall another life. But the book ends, and it's unclear if he ever really will. But he is at a form of peace, which is something that Bond never knew.
Right.
And that's the story of James Bond. Hell of a book. It's very powerful.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, when did you first see this movie, Patrick?
Oh, I saw this movie when I was in fourth grade. 1980, something like that. And it was, again, ABC, movie of the week kind of thing. And it was fantastic. The Bond films were just this horn of plenty, maybe even a cornucopia, where it was just one goddamn thing after another. Just when you thought they had thrilled you as much as you could be thrilled by a sequence of movies, to be a kid in that era, another one would come along the next year on TV or something like that, and you were transported in a completely different way. And You Only Live Twice certainly had that effect.
Yeah,
Epic.
I remember thinking between Bond films going from space launches to running across a retention pond filled with alligators. Wow, what's that? Just how different and how innovative they could go with the action sequences.
Well, and the music in this is especially broad. Just these big notes.
It is. It's meant to be played very loud.
Yes, and crane shots. These suspended shots and helicopter shots as Bond is running across these. It truly just has an epic feel to it.
It does. Yeah, like the all of the stuff that they're doing with the helicopters. Obviously, they go flying right beside him or around him to do that stuff.
And then a set so big it couldn't even be a set. They just had to build an armature around it.
Yeah.
And let it kind of stand like that until the movie was over and they took it down. This is before the 007 soundstage. But I don't think the 007 soundstage could have done this because of all of its verticality.
Right. It's huge. It's
It,
absolutely
it
enormous.
yeah, yeah, and it
I
is
mean, it's big enough so that 50 ninjas can come down through the freaking hole on the top of it.
it is a cinematic achievement.
Yeah.
I argue that along with the set for Intolerance or something
Yes.
like that,
Yeah.
movies leveled up. Movies were permanently better and different and changed because of what You Only Live Twice accomplished.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty huge. And this is in an era, for those of you who are watching, this is in an era long before CGI or special effects
It
of
had to be real.
magnitudes. Everything is practical.
Yeah. The train inside the volcano.
Yeah.
Everything. And it has, and I'll let other people talk. I know I'm sucking on all the air in the room. I'm sorry. But I like to talk about this one. I like it. It has my favorite ridiculous James Bond moment where I can only imagine Bond's inner monologue. And it's when he's in line with his air conditioning unit, which is what screws him up, to get into the capsule and be launched into space to foil this thing. And at some point, after Bond was in line, after Bond was in character as a Spectre agent, he had to suddenly think, "Oh my God, I've made a terrible mistake.
Seriously.
I'm
I
a
don't know how to
pilot.
do this." Yeah.
I'm a pilot of airplanes. I can fly an airplane, but I'm going into a space capsule with a guy who could stab me or kill me or break my visor and evacuate and
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. And it's going to be very clear the moment I don't hit the right switch at the right time, and my partner has to lean over, and then I'm fucked to a
Yeah.
degree I have never been fucked before.
Yeah.
Oh God, Blofeld, look at the air conditioning unit. Look, I think he purposefully carries it with him
Did it on purpose.
because he suddenly realizes he's made a massive mistake. And
Yeah.
he is in the most oh shit moment, because I love an alternate universe where Bond gets in there and he gets sealed in. He's thinking, oh God, what now? Oh fuck, ignition. And
And it's
I
like
think Bond has his first
I can't take out the co-pilot because he knows how to fly the damn thing.
Bond has his first panic attack
Yeah.
ever. I'm James Bond. I'm a British Secret Service. Please get me down. I'll tell you all of our secrets. I don't care. I'm in a rocket headed away from Earth at 4Gs. Get me out of here.
Yeah.
I'll join Spectre. Great. We'll capture all the capsules. Shit. Here's M. You're the one who got me into this.
Yeah. Sorry, Tanaka.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my Only Live Twice. Now I'm going to take a nap. Bye.
Alan, when did you first see this?
Sometime in the 70s, probably, maybe the early 80s, when they were running these movies a lot in various capacities. But the ABC obviously had the rights to them for quite a little while. Movie of the week, Sunday night movie, whatever. It was that same sort of situation. So I was probably in my late teens when I saw this movie.
Yeah. Daniel, when did you first see this?
As far as I can remember, I actually just saw this today.
Cool. What did you think?
I actually thought it was good.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
I saw this when I was a teenager. Very, very awesome movie.
Mm-hmm.
Casting Donald Pleasance to make the reveals Blofeld was genius.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely genius. This whole movie, you're right. Like the fact that he's going to the spacecraft, like he can't fly it. It's like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
It's like, fuck. But
the instrument panel looks a little different on this. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Yeah, I love how you got like the countries together. You got the United Kingdom, you got the USSR, you got the United States, and they're bickering, and then London's like, "Oh yeah, we'll handle this situation. We don't believe, you know."
Yeah. Well, the whole deal was that's a commentary on geopolitics of the time. Obviously, there's a Cold War going on, and it's mostly between the Soviet Union and the United States. But in fact, countries like England were also doing a lot of espionage on behalf of the United States and themselves. They were closer to the Soviet Union than we were, for one thing. But they also sort of were. They maintained this sort of posture of on the outside looking in public, because they weren't the United States and they weren't the Soviet Union, which were the two main players in this Cold War. So it's a commentary on that, and what would happen if somebody did something to mess up this détente, this very public détente where, okay, we're not going to go to war with you, but we're going to spy on you for the rest of eternity if we can get away with it. So it was very much that sensibility was very much a thing in the 60s.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
Oh, you want to hear a fun fact about this movie? Actually, well, kind of. I'm sure you guys have heard of the Austin Powers movies, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Dr. Evil is a parody of Donald Pleasant's character.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Now, here's what's funny about that. You know who played?
Even wearing the same outfit, the whole thing. So yeah.
You know the name of the actor that played Dr. Evil?
The who?
The actor that played Dr. Evil?
Mike Myers.
Yeah. A parody of Donald Pleasant's character was played by a guy named Mike Myers.
Yeah,
yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was a big part of it. And number two, the character of number
Robert
two with
Wagner.
a patch over his eye comes from the last movie we watched. So
I noticed that there are parodies of this because there's even Goldmember too.
Yes. Yes.
On her, production on Her Majesty's Secret Service was the intended next film after Thunderball, but the producers decided to adapt You Only Live Twice instead, because On Her Majesty's Secret Service would require searching for high and snowy locations. Lewis Gilbert originally declined the offer to direct, but accepted after producer Albert R. Broccoli called him, saying, "You can't give up this job. It's the largest audience in the world." Peter R. Hunt, who edited the first 5 Bond films, believed that Gilbert had been contracted by the producers for other works, but they found they had to use him. Ted Moore, the director of photography on the first 4 films, was unavailable because he was filming A Man for All Seasons and was replaced by Freddie Young. Gilbert, Young, producers Broccoli and Harris Saltzman, and production designer Ken Adam then went to Japan, spending 3 weeks searching for locations for Spectre's Shore Fortress headquarters. Was changed to an extinct volcano after the team learned that the Japanese do not build castles by the sea. The group was due to return to the UK.
Because they're smart. They know tsunamis come.
Yes, that's right. Tsunamis do come to Japan very quickly. Let's see. Boeing. That's it on the production side. Yeah.
Wasn't that okay?
Go ahead. What's your question?
Wasn't that Majesty movie supposed to be made before Thunderball originally too?
Oh yeah, they just kept trying to make it over and over again.
Yeah. It was supposed to be made before Thunderball and before this, but again, situations come up in any film franchise, especially this one. So, guys, is this, in your opinion, is this Connery's best performance as Bond?
No.
Yes or no?
No. I mean, no. I'd say From Russia with Love, probably.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a lot of acting challenges though that are put in front of him. He doesn't. He basically gets to play 2 or 3 notes.
He's also saddled with other people sort of guiding him around for big chunks of the movie. You're going to learn how to be a ninja. You're going to have this makeup job. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. So Tanaka's really kind of in charge there for a while. So it's a different dynamic.
I will say that in some ways, this shows Connery's greatest effort for not walking off the film. This really was the last time, without it being one of two exceptions, Connery would play James Bond.
Right.
Bond mania had gone to levels of shrill unheard of. And to stereotype for a moment, very few cultures really get into genre entertainment like Japan. So, for instance, Sony's biggest money-making franchise is what? Is it James Bond? No. Is it Spider-Man? No. Is it Lord of the Rings? No. It's Men in Black. Because of Asia. And man, they love the Bond movies.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that they followed Connery everywhere, including into a urinal where he whips out his evacuation tube and is urinating, and they stand ghoulishly and continue to pelt him with questions as the man's trying to take a piss.
Yeah. This is also the point in time at which he's becoming a tax exile, too.
Yeah. The net result,
irritating, can't live in Scotland or England anymore.
Yeah, the net result is that Connery walks out of the bathroom and quits.
Yes.
And it was a urinal. The Japanese reporters at the urinal where he just said, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I cannot take a piss by myself. And I think what he was really mad at is that Cubby and Harry didn't do more to protect him.
Yeah. And there were money issues too. He always had money issues. He was always wanting more money, and rightfully so, because he was the engine that drove the whole thing.
Well, because when he wasn't making a movie, he was promoting it.
Right.
Yeah.
So Connery just had it. So this is the movie where he got pissed off, literally, and left.
And they basically had to romance him back for.
Yeah, and he gave all the money to a Scottish charity. A Scottish boys' home or something.
Well, it's pretty cool they got back, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is the first movie where he is wearing a dry look toupee as well.
It sure is.
Yeah. I do agree with you guys that From Russia for Love is his best Bond performance. This here is where, even though there's off the behind the scenes issues, obviously, the character's just having a lot of fun. He gets to drive a helicopter, blow stuff up. I mean,
the on-screen stuff it's fine. It's everything that they promise an audience in terms of adventure and action and all of that sort of thing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about presentism before. I mean, it was even problematic in its time in some ways. It was so colonialistic, and but beyond that, understanding it for its time, it's a fun action film.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and one thing, for anyone listening, and hasn't watched this, there is one point where they put, they make James Bond look Asian, and I'm sure people know, but that's something that is considered offensive now. It's called yellowface.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was okay under this. It would be okay under the circumstances because he was disguising himself. I think that's okay. If he were actually playing a guy that was supposed to be Asian, that would be definitely offensive. Absolutely. This is kind of borderline. It's kind of borderline because he does go around spouting Japanese proverbs and things like that to the Japanese, which is a little bit much. But but again, it's the times, baby. England still had a colonial sensibility, as did the United States, and obviously, there's sort of a soft racism and misogyny going on in this picture as well.
True. Yeah,
that's also part of the Bond milieu, particularly the early.
Oh yeah, sure. But yeah, this isn't with the yellow facing. It wasn't like Mickey Rooney and Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Oh no,
Oh
God.
man.
Oh jeez.
Wow.
Oh man, the absolute worst. And of course, it's appropriate that it was Rooney because he's considered to be an a-hole by a lot of people he worked with.
For that, yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible. That was an absolute terrible performance.
And
I'm
actually,
sorry.
I heard the director even regretted not hiring an actual Asian person, which is very understandable.
Well,
That's sure.
I'm sure, especially after he was confronted about it.
Yeah. And to be such a good movie otherwise,
Oh yeah,
and a very wise movie.
it is.
And
It's a lovely film. It's just that scene is.
in
Whoa,
the
take it
midst
out.
of it, oh
Take it
Lord.
out.
Wasn't
Yeah.
he? Wasn't he like your basic Asian stereotype too? He had big
It
buck
buck
teeth.
teeth
Oh, there
and
was
the
nothing
little
basic.
glasses, the whole 9 yards. Yeah, very stereotypical stuff.
It was really bad.
Yeah, very
It was
bad.
really bad. It
It
wasn't
was
money.
it was like the worst of the post-war sort of racism against the Japanese. It was just bad.
Yeah.
And we love it to this day.
So guys, Donald Pleasance plays Ernest Stavro Field. What did you guys think of Donald Pleasance here?
Hilariously otherworldly.
Very much so, and he does so much with so little. He doesn't have a lot of screen time,
No.
and he creates the status that you want Blofeld to have. And yes, he's odd and he's eccentric, and he doesn't press the buttons when he's supposed to. Which is parodied in the Austin Powers stuff. But he's great. I mean, he's fabulous.
And he creates a very weird baseline that two far more naturalistic performances would be measured by. You would think it would go in the other direction, that you would start out naturalistically and you get crazier and crazier. But no, and I think it makes Telly Savalas's job, he's not the world's greatest actor, but he's workable, it makes Savalas's job much easier.
Mm-hmm.
I think makes Savalas's performance much better because he's playing this incredibly virile anti-Bond.
Yes, and not only that, but Savalas also had that sort of egomania and threat, at the same time going on.
He had swagger.
Hero and
There's no way you could have had Donald Pleasance show back up and Bond not to, they'll gouge you the moment he gets to Peace Gloria.
Right.
But this is such a different person, we'll talk about that tomorrow, but it's such a different take that, you could see there being some, it's like, well, Bond, you don't look like you did either. The last time I saw you.
Right.
So
time has not been kind to either one of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and also, I didn't feel that. I know this movie's almost 2 hours long, but I feel like, unlike the other one, this didn't drag on.
It doesn't. It's very, very, very tight. It moves quickly.
Yeah. It does. From beginning to end.
And they have a score that helps that. The influence of music on a movie. I mean, you've got. I mean, you feel every PSI in Thunderball. It's a slog. But then you can bang, 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 bang. And it's like, even though it's only like 5 or 6 notes, they're so big that you're just carried away.
Meant to be played at 10,
Yeah. You're just carried away by them. And in On Her Majesty's Secret Service, they would go even more over the top with easily the best of the Bond scores.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, in that movie, they make a car chase seem like you're in space. Almost. It's that dramatic.
What's some of you guys' favorite scenes in this?
Little Nelly, anything involving ninjas.
Yeah, that whole action sequence with Little Nelly. Yeah, that's one of my. In terms of action, it's got to be tops for me.
I would say the And I actually was enjoying it before this happened, but I would say like when we actually finally see on Donald Pleasant's character's face, you know.
It's a pretty cool
Sure.
reveal. It is.
Clearly, when Bond goes, Lilna, and tell her father to come with her. Thank you.
Father to come. All right, Bond. I don't need any of your quips. I've been a long trip.
You're not funny, 007.
Just so and yeah,
This was about the time, by the way. This was about the time that they it was either this or the year before they came out with 007 Aftershave.
yeah. And yeah, the reveal of Donald Pleasance's Blowfield, the face review, it's iconic. I mean,
They really went to town on the scar. I'd forgotten how detailed the scar was, and even the eyes like hanging out, half hanging.
A lot of rigid collodion on this one.
Yeah.
Actually, with Austin Powers, did they actually parody like the face reveal?
I don't remember. I think he's in the same kind of chair and he flips around, I think, for the first reveal of Dr. Evil, if I'm not mistaken. And he does have a scar, you know. So yeah.
Okay. When we get to when we do GoldenEye, I suggest the movie we look at right after GoldenEye, but before Tomorrow Never Dies, is Austin Powers. Sure. So we talked about it so much, and it was a cultural watershed in between those two movies.
Yep, it was. And I think it made Mike Myers a tax exile too.
Yeah.
He made so much money off of that series. Unbelievable. The first one is still the best.
Unlike
the second one's pretty decent. The third one,
I have issues with Bug. Well, we'll get to this rant when we get to it. But I have major issues with the second two films.
Yeah.
Because
the first one is so much better.
I love the first one dearly for very specific reasons that they then betray in the next two.
They do. You're right. They do betray some of them. Although some of the character development in the second one I enjoyed very much. So,
I do. You know. I understand that. Yeah.
Is there anything you guys want to add about this film before we go?
Another 10. Thank you very much.
Another 10. Wow.
Yeah, this is a 12. Yes. Very, very, very great film.
I'd say 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's high marks. That's high marks.
That is.
Great film. Tomorrow on Her Majesty's Secret Service on Christmas Day.
I love that movie.
So we all love that movie.
Here we go. It's Happy Christmas Day, George Lazenby.
That's right. That's right.
And
maybe next Christmas we'll review Cobra. Anyway,
I like Cobra. I saw Cobra at the Chinese in L.A.
There you go.
Are you talking about the Cobra? I think you're talking about
the Stallone movie. Yeah.
Stallone movie. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, isn't that the one where he keeps going? I'm coming to get you.
Yeah, he's coming.
Yeah, I saw that movie years ago. I actually like Tango and Cash, for God's sake.
Tango and Cash is okay. So wait, here we go. Tango and Cash have been thorns in my side for too long.
That's right.
Thank you.
His reprise of the character that he played in Batman.
I'm a number one guy. Yeah.
Jack Palance, God bless.
Yeah, I'd be happy to talk about either of those movies. Both of them. Yeah.
Guys, Merry Christmas to you guys.
Merry Christmas, Jewel. Thank you.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow night on Christmas night.
Yep.
Right.
Link to Alan Glant's YouTube channel, Collins After Dark, is going to be in the description box. Link to Patrick McCray's Dark Shadows Day Book Unbound is going to be in the description box. Link to Daniel Culver's YouTube channel, Magic Dove, is going to be in the description box. And yes, link to Chapter 1 of Nightly Business is going to be in the description box. You guys have a nice day.
Well, thank you.
Yep. Bye-bye.